Take that, rewind it back. Ursher got the voice to make your booty go.
We gon' start this thing alright. Say what? We got the start it out in the house tonight. We gon' start this thing alright. Say what? We got the ATL in the house.
Accomplish. But the monster you're trying to create from me is you.
Keyword, by the way, monster. Watch out.
All the stories that you make up about me, all that slander, all those lies, you may think, hey, that's great. I get some clout off his name. But in reality, you put me in harm's way.
If you guys don't know exactly what he's talking about, I made a video, a broken down analysis using videos from Danesh, who pissed him off, right? A lot of them before he went to go clean his archive. And there's a lot of stuff I'm like, hey, this is why I think this. It's on my YouTube channel. You guys can go watch it. And I mean, anything that's on there, Danesh, you're more than welcome to let me know how I took it out of context. It's your own words. You dancing on top of people's graves. It's you. You telling a woman that, oh, rip, and I can almost say this is verbatim. Oh, rip, I know your parents just died, or something like that, right? But I'm still gonna freaking basically try to ruin your life. That's all your words. What did I make up, or what are you talking about? The problem with you, Danesh, is that you refuse. You do not know how to take accountability, and you do not know how to not make yourself front of center. You don't know. You don't know how, because you're a narcissist. That's why. But continue.
Since you watch everything I do obsessively, you must know about my stalker, the one who stalked my children and sends me text messages like this every day. Did you know you emboldened him? Watch.
According to the oldest video on his account, it appears that he started posting sometime back in March of 2020. Like many people, he too started posting videos of his dog and his kid. You know, it's all wholesome and nice. And then at one point, he went political. In just the first few uploads, he made it very clear that he had a deep disdain for Trump. Now, before we dive into all the evidence together, I first want to make sure that we're all on the same page by what NPD is, or not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I will find this guy.
That's your video.
So you've said yourself that, hey, and you know, you try to make sure that you tell your audience to not go after people and not do something that's specifically legal and stuff like that, even though you don't and you actually do the opposite. Whatever, right? But that's what you say. Same. I would say right now, I don't condone anybody going after Danesh's family and harassing them or whatever, right? Harassing them, doing, you know, I don't condone that behavior. I don't do it. I don't think anyone else should do it. Police don't do it. But as you said yourself, Danesh, before, you can't really control people. But here you are insinuating that what? I should somehow control people? We all create content, Danesh. All of us. I mean, I think you know a little bit about that. So you think that your content that you've created has never incited violence? You really think that? Because if you do think that, you're either a liar or dangerously undereducated, right? And naive, which I actually don't think it's either. I don't even think, you know, you're a liar. Now, I think you're, you know, conniving. I think you're manipulative. And I think you, in my opinion, are trying to pose yourself as a victim when you're not a victim, when you're doing exactly what you're accusing me of doing. But let's finish your rant.
That's your video he's watching and getting emboldened by. You are the monster you are trying to create. Okay. I don't understand why people are just so mean, why you're just so cruel. I made a platform here because I can't stand bullying and people harming others and getting away with it. And I'm just very good at finding them.
Oh, so you got pissy and triggered, clearly, because a guy said, I will find this guy. And you literally just said the same shit. I'm really good at finding them. Dude, seriously, cognitive dissonance. It's a real thing. Like, you need to look into it. And you need to stop and think. Did I just say what wait a minute. Stop and before you press publish, before you press submit, whatever. Like, you gotta stop and think, dude. This is ridiculous.
Is it just fair game to just say whatever you want to me and I can't respond?
No. please. When did anyone, actually, let me rephrase that. How could anyone prevent you from responding? How are you victimizing yourself over that? Respond, please.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's just how it is. Oh, but I got one more thing. Introducing my new line of merch, the Victims of Daneland merchandise. Are you victimizing yourself with absolutely no merit? Are you trying to take a person who helps others and create a monster out of them just so you can get some clout? In reality, the monster is you. Get your new Victims of Daneland merch in my second merch store today, because if you're going to act like a victim, you might as well dress like one too.
You know, you're making yourself out to be this hypocrite, excuse me. And now it's just painful to watch. And if this wasn't painful enough, let's go watch a little bit of your Dr. Phil interview.
A lot of different things. What I fear with somebody like Donish, and somebody could, particularly if they're, and let's say in another irrational moment they harm themselves or take their own life, would you feel that that was justice?
No.
Or would you feel like, yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't been quite so gleeful when I was dancing around saying, found her, I got her.
No.
How would you feel then?
No, that's not my responsibility. It's cruel to try to put that on me. I don't believe in punishing this person over and over and over and over again. There's no reason to do that. That would be harassment.
He's a victim. I want you guys to really pay attention to how this individual, again, I keep saying it, right? And I'm going to say it the wrong way on purpose. He keeps putting himself front of center at every single turn, even on national television, right? Where you would think someone would be like, hey, I'm not going to put myself out to be a complete douche. Because you didn't do that, Donish. You put yourself out to be a douchebag. No. That's not. No, I don't care. I'm right. That's effectively what you did, dude. I'm right. No, I don't care. It's like fucking when you're like a 6-year-old. It's like, your dinner. I don't want to. I mean, how do you describe a grown man acting that way?
But to identify her in the video, humiliate her, and if she lost her job as a result, then I would say you're welcome to the company for letting them know that their employee might at any point just attack someone. So there's no feeling of guilt on my part. I just feel happy that I was able to help the victim, and that's my priority.
The
in
hero.
his world, he's putting on the hat as prosecutor and law enforcement officer. So what should happen is if an individual feels they are wronged.
I mean, literally laughing. Someone's telling you, like, this is another professional telling you, he's not telling you any lies. You are putting yourself out there as judge, jury, and executioner. And you have nothing, right, of value to add. You don't know how to defend yourself. So your defensive mechanism is just to lie.
Enforcement officer. So what should happen?
That's what your defensive mechanism is. Because you look like an idiot on national television. And it sucks, man. But I guess you knew that, right? Which we're going to get into that video right now where you say you knew that. But you're totally not a clout chaser, right? It's me. And you're not you. Right. Well, let's get into that video real quick.
It's my official response to the Dr. Phil episode I was on. I don't really care too much about the editing and how they try to make me look bad or villainize me. I don't care. They were honest with me in the beginning before they even asked me to be on. They were honest with me and said that they're going to be putting me in the hot seat and try to make me out to be the villain. And Dr. Phil doesn't approve of what I do. So I knew that going into it, and I still decided to do it.
Okay, so you knew, out of the horse's mouth you're hearing it, he knew, right? They probably told him very outright, yo, the guy doesn't fucking like you. He doesn't agree with what you're saying or whatever, right? But we're going to invite you over. We're going to cut this up however we want, and you might end up looking like a dumbass. And he's like, A-okay, let's do it.
Because I will defend my platform anytime, anywhere, and I'll always defend the victim.
Oh, you were defending your platform. Oh, dude, that's genius. To all the haters here, coming from Dinesh or Savannah or Tizzy's following, what did he just say? I will do any video to defend my platform. So I'm not clout chasing. I'm defending my platform.
victims of the videos that I have created. Now, Dr. Phil was big on telling me that Jasmine was not in the hot seat, but she was, in fact, on Dr. Phil for this one point he wanted to make, which is that it's not okay to post these videos online, and he kept asking her why she did it. This person has not even been arrested. This person assaulted Jasmine and her friend and the police as well. And Jasmine says no one would have believed her if there wasn't video. Here's what I say to you, Dr. Phil. As a rich, white, cisgendered, hetero male, you have no position to sit there on your talk show where you make millions of dollars and tell this woman, a black woman, that it is enough, that hasn't been enough, or even imply that her posting online is just as bad or worse than what happened to her. I understand the optics look really bad for you. That's why you had to bring in 2 criminal defense lawyers to make your point for you, and they still failed to do so. He proved himself wrong. Now, you astutely point out that action hasn't been taken. I'm very clear on my position. I'm not a vigilante. I want the law to do its job. One of my favorite examples to bring up is John Petrillo, who attacked a black boy in New York and would have gone away with it. It was filmed on this blurry camera. It was very hard to find out who it was, but I still did it. I found out who it was and helped the victim in reporting this person to the police. They were afraid of reporting to the police because they were afraid of retaliation. I'm going to fucking kill you and your fucking parents. So I contacted the police myself. I contacted the crime stoppers myself to make sure that if they report this person, people get arrested. And they had very specific instructions. They said he has to admit that he committed the crime. So I went online. I found John Petrillo. I talked to him. And I got him to admit he committed the crime. So then the parents of the victim were able to file a police report. And within an hour, John Petrillo was arrested. And crime stoppers tried to pay me for the job until they could pay the kid. I don't know if they paid the kid yet. I didn't check it on them, but I didn't accept the money. So that's the kind of thing I do here, which is absolutely within the law. The law tried to pay me for it. Criminal defense lawyers are paid to lie. So I'm coming in from his position, it's not like an expert opinion. It was specifically picked by Dr. Phil to say that to me. If it was Jasmine who had done it to Kelly, Jasmine would have been arrested that night. If she would have survived after attacking the police too, right? Kelly assaulted the police and still got to get away. While drunk. Probably drove home drunk. Police did nothing. No, being humiliated online is not enough. Her life isn't ruined. And if it is, it's because of her own actions, not mine, not Jasmine's. She needs to face legal consequences because it needs to be recognized by the country that Jasmine is a human being, and when people hit her, they get charged with assault like anybody else. The fact that Kelly hasn't been charged is dehumanizing to the victim. Not because I'm focused on punishing Kelly, because I'm focused on Jasmine being treated like a human being, like being treated like you would, Dr. Phil, if somebody assaulted you. I know for a fact, if he wasn't able to identify that person, he would post that person online and ask the public to help. And I guarantee you, all of his followers would tag me. And if that were to happen, I guarantee you, Dr. Phil would be gleefully celebrating. Founder, got her.
Me. It's all about you. It's all about Anush. They would have been tagging me, because I am the one that finds everyone. But I don't dox anybody. I just want justice. See, the thing, Anush, is that you live in this bubble you've made for yourself. And to be fair, I can probably scroll here in the comment section and see how many people, right, back up your claim of like, oh my God, yeah, this one right here, right? We appreciate you, King, and all the freaking garbage, right? You get all in your fucking feelings, right? You don't know how to handle your feelings. You don't know how to handle yourself. And that's why you did the video you did. I'm a monster for doing exactly what you do? No. Right? You see yourself like, I don't do the same. I'm a hero. Are you? Why? Because let's just say out of 1,000, let's just say 1,000, maybe at best, 50% of those people, quote, deserved it. And I say, quote, deserved it because it's subjective. It's subjective to how much fucking hatred you have in your heart for someone.